All right. I am Nemo DeNovo, and this is another episode of Survive Change Media. Today is the 18th of August, and, well, this is some commentary on a YouTube clip that's starting to make the rounds around Facebook and, of course, YouTube, involving a Brandon J Raub, R-A-U-B. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing that correctly. And there's a lot of hype coming around all of this that he was NDAA'd. He was arrested for his posts on Facebook. Well, okay, it's your delusion, and you tell it any way you want to. But there's a lot of problems with this story. There's a lot of things that don't make sense, and over the coming days and weeks, if this story continues to evolve, I'm going to take a very serious look at this. So let me just give you a couple of things, right? I've been arrested a few times in my life. I've had serious police interaction. And when I look at the video of this guy, quote-unquote, being arrested, there's less than 6 cops there. There's one marked patrol car, and supposedly the Secret Service and the FBI were coming for this guy, but they let the local police take him away? I call bullshit. The feds don't work like that. It's not how the game is played. No one was in tactical vests. Nobody was geared up like they were going on a raid. And if the Secret Service and the FBI are coming for you because supposedly you're posting all this crap that is so inflammatory towards the government, and they know you're a, quote, ex-Marine, what, they're going to come with 6 doofuses? Nobody with weapons drawn, nobody with weapons visible, and let some county clown take you away to a mental hospital? And shame on a few people who are picking this up as if this is real. None of you know if this is real, and none of you can prove it. Go to his Facebook page. There's big holes in his Facebook page in the timeline of his posts. And one of the most telling posts that he puts up is "All the World is the Stage" from July 24th. And then, really interestingly enough, he puts a post up from Thursday, which would have been the 16th. At 12:06 a.m., the day he supposedly got busted. And they will say he said it to the NSA first, was his post. And that same day, he posts a link to the trailer for The Last Samurai, and his comments are courage, loyalty, and honor. And let's go back a little bit. Wednesday, which would have been the 15th, 10:32 a.m., feeling like Pac. All eyes on me, and he posts a link to DJ Khaled and Akon, "We Taking Over?" And that same day, earlier, 2 a.m. in the morning, "The revolution is here, and I will lead it," this guy says. And he posts a link to a Big Pun song. August 14th, really interesting post here, folks. "The revolution will come for me. Men will be at my door soon to pick me up to lead it." And then he puts a semicolon with a parenthesis sign, which anyone knows anything about smileys, that turns into the winking smiley. Geez, Brandon, how did you know they were coming for you? And when I look at your posts, you haven't posted anything that inflammatory. I see things 1,000 times more inflammatory in the people that I follow. Between your 2 profiles, Rob Brandon and Brandon J Raub, you got less than 1,000 friends. Do you really think you're that big of a threat to the NSA? To the government? To the CIA? You think they care about you? Really? Hey, dude, it's your delusion. Live it any way you want to live it. There's an awful lot of questions here. And I'm not here to completely cast stones. But I can tell you this much. The first raid I went through, was a marijuana raid. And they came 35 deep. And this was back in 1996. There was the local cops, the county sheriffs, the state troopers, the DEA, the ATF, CID, and undercover DTs. It came to my home over a little bit of marijuana. Guns drawn. You know, in the arrest video, no one's taken this guy's computers. No one appears to have gone in the house. If you were such a threat to national security and they're NDAAing you because of some of your Facebook posts, how come no one searched your house? How come the two supposed feds just look like clown officers in plain clothes? They don't look like any feds I've ever dealt with. I don't know, folks, whether this is a stunt to draw some attention, and it's really interesting. You know, people are already putting up funds to donate to for this guy. His mother gets on a radio show, and she's calm as calm could be. I don't know. You know, first time I got picked up and put away, even though my family wasn't real happy with me, they were panicked. There's an awful lot about this that doesn't sit right. Take a look at that video for yourselves. Google it. It's out there on YouTube. And you tell me. No, don't tell me. You ask yourself. Does this really look like a raid or a bust or an arrest of someone who's such the threat? They're going to pull the NDAA card on this guy. You know, he's in a mental hospital allegedly. So let me understand this, because I'm a little slow. The Secret Service and the FBI come to your home with the local sheriffs and then give you over custody to the local sheriffs, who take you to a mental hospital where you're able to call your mother before she gets on a radio show and lets everybody know it's all okay? You believe this, right? I mean, how long before more Patriot media picks this up and runs with it? I mean, it might be a false flag. It might be, maybe it's a viral attempt by the powers that be to put something out to make you all fearful of posting on Facebook. I don't know. I can tell you what I do know. Your Facebook pages, buddy, a lot of stuff about them that don't seem right. And I've seen people post a lot more direct things about the government than you have. Ain't none of them in jail. But it is interesting. You live in Richmond, Virginia, not far from Langley. Really curious. And, you know, you posted something December 24th, 2011, and then no posts until April. And then big holes in all of your posts between all of your profiles. Back and forth. Hey, y'all want to buy into this? You want to get your latest fix of fear porn? That they're coming to get you. They're going to black bag you. Well, knock yourself out. But if you see people posting about this, tell them what you think. Look at it for yourself. Use your brains. Because remember, the power structure, fear, that's their control mechanism. They prey on our stupidity. And, you know, I really hope this isn't some publicity stunt from someone looking to set up a fund and raise money. And if it's not, hey, you know what? My name's Nemo DeNovo. I do a radio show on the Oracle Broadcasting Network every Saturday. If his family's really out there, you want to come on, you want to talk about this, you want to call me out? Well, you know what? I'm not a hard man to find. Bring the arrest reports, bring all the paperwork, and I'll be the first one to say I'm wrong. But I got a sneaking suspicion I'm not going to have to say that. I mean, what is this? Is this the balloon boy of the Patriot Network? Huh? Is this just a big stunt? Your mileage may vary, folks, but look at everything with a critical eye. Listen to all, follow none, and think for your goddamn self. This is Nemo, checking out.